This week I bought the Impax air compressor from Screwfix, and I thought I'd do an unboxing video for you. I did a little bit of research for the compressors, have a very limited budget for what I wanted to buy, and so I opted for one of the really cheap budget ones. And several people have got the Stanley one, complained about the noise levels and stuff like that, so I thought, right, well, I'll try something different. And I went on to the Screwfix website. This is their cheapest one at £80, and I mean, please go along to their Screwfix website if you're in the UK and have a look. I mean, their description for a change and their information is very limited. But one of the things that I looked at on here was that it says on here, powerful yet compact oil-free compressor with high air delivery rate, improving the continuous performance of all accessories. Highly reliable, low noise, anti-vibration design. So when I looked into this further, and I mean, none of their questions have actually been answered on their website. I think there might have been one, which was about the noise level. There was one or two comments on there from people who have bought it, said it was actually low noise, and others actually complained about the noise. On their website itself, under the description, there is nothing on there about noise levels. Impax, I believe, are a British company. They're a subsidiary of a much larger company when I actually phoned up Screwfix for more details on this. Now, the thing that I did find out was the actual noise level. And there is a website for the product, but it does take quite a bit of searching. On the actual box, you will actually see sound power level 97 decibels. To be honest, I don't think it's quite quiet. I'm hoping that the noise of this isn't going to be too much, and I'm not going to have to stand there wearing ear defenders all the time. Obviously at those noise levels, I mean, something that just cuts in for 10 seconds or something like that isn't such a problem. It's when it's constantly running for several minutes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to rearrange the cameras a bit, probably get this on the floor because it does weigh 16 kilos, and open it up. Now, I did actually open this when it got delivered to work, just to see what was inside. I've got to say, really well packed. They did have a couple of the straps on here. We do have the set of wheels. And I did find the instructions somewhere. Very small instruction manual there. Now, Screwfix normally have all these as a download, and there is nothing on there whatsoever. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to probably turn this into a time lapse while I struggle to get this out of the box. So it slid out the packaging very easily, as you probably see. Wasn't too much of a problem. Two really strong boxes. I've already mounted the wheels. Now, I did spend, which is unusual for me, a few minutes going through a very small manual of what it's on here. Now, one of the comments that that people did put on the Screwfix website about this was the length of the lead. I mean, that is that. It's probably about 1.5 meters at the most, and when you read the instruction manual, it has said do not use an extension lead, use a longer hose, because it will help to extend the life of the motor. So my way of thinking there is, I mean, this is probably 1.5mm cable in there, so it is your normal household electric cable. Why not just put a more heavy duty cable on there? I mean, my table saw has probably got a cable which is a lot thicker than this, so they could have probably put a lot thicker cable on without really putting much more price on it. Probably made that, I mean, to be honest, even if they'd have made that 2 meters or something, it would have made it more suitable. You've got your on-off switch just on here. You've got your air pressure for what is actually in the tank when it's switched on. Reading on the manual, I think what it said, it will take it up to a maximum of 8 bar and it won't actually put the motor on until it drops to, I think, either 6 or 6.5 bar. So it gives you 1.5 bar air pressure for use. So at least, hopefully, for small bits of use, just blowing out dust out of hollow forms and stuff like that, it's just not going to kick in all the while. The regulator on here for your attachment on the outlets, and there is also a locking nut on here. So at least if you get it down set to the pressure you want, you can then lock it in place, so that you're not going to keep moving it around. Now the other thing I had a bit of a nightmare with Screwfix as well was that it's a quick release fitting on here, and they couldn't really confirm full stop what type it was. Screwfix do 2 types of air compressor line fittings on the quick release. They do a standard and they do what they call an XF type. Now Screwfix couldn't really guarantee what type of fitting was on here. There's 2 other things you've just got on here. I don't know whether I'm going to... There is a release valve underneath, a drain valve, and you're only supposed to do it via finger tight, so it's going to be something quite easily done. If you leave the compressor alone sitting around for 24 hours without use, you're supposed to drain it down on a regular basis. Basically what happens is, from my understanding of this, obviously the tank is filled via the air in your environment. Now we all have humidity in the environment, so there's moisture in the air. What happens is, when the compressor draws it in, it can't filter out all the water, so you do get condensation build up in the tank. You just basically have your safety valve here, and it's just a case of pulling it. Obviously there's not much air in here, so it would obviously just drain out as quick as that. And they do suggest, just even when you've got it in use on a regular basis, just do that, because it is a safety valve and you need to make sure that it's working. Before you switch on at the socket, make sure your actual switch here is on the down position, so it's on off. First time use, fully close down your regulator so that it's at its minimum pressure before you switch anything on. I'm actually just going to see how long this actually takes to go from 0 right up to what is the recommended 8 bar. If it gets too much, I'm going to put my ear defenders on. So let's go, let's switch on. Yeah, that's noisy. From flat, I'll show it on both cameras just in case. Just over 2 minutes, literally, to go from totally empty, and we're now showing a pressure on there at just over 9 bar, just over 130 psi. 2 minutes running to go from nothing to full pressure. The case here is a little bit warm. It's not hot or anything like that. It does say in the instructions as well to don't cover this up, leave it in a well ventilated area. I bought just an ordinary air gun from Screwfix. So this is where the regulator will come in. It does have on here a recommendation of a maximum of 2 bar on air guns, so that will be there. Now, as I said, Screwfix do 2 different types, and like I said, I honestly don't know what others there are. So obviously I needed a pipe, so I bought myself a pipe. It's a 10-metre pipe. With the size of my workshop, I thought it's really overkill, but there wasn't much difference between, probably in price wise. For my air gun, first thing I want to do was really, on the pipe, I wanted some form of a quick release fitting. So I'd actually bought one, and that's what's to go there on the air gun. Now, I have tested this as well. These are actually the standard fitting on here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go off in a moment, and I'm just going to fit these 2 properly, one on the air gun, one on the hose pipe, so that we can get connected up. So I've just basically gone and fitted these properly. They're all nice and tight. So the idea is, one end quick release into the air compressor, and that's it. We can then do whatever we like with our hose. Just throw it on the floor for now, and our air gun just on like that, and it's there ready for use. All we then need to do is set our pressure, and this says a maximum of 2 bar, so we'll take that up to 2 bar. And there we are, working air. And one of the reasons, like I say, it's blowing out hollow forms, also help cleaning things up. So all in all, £80 from Screwfix. Yes, I've had to spend a bit more on extras, which may well come with some of the other air compressors. I think it's just going to be a valuable addition to the workshop. So if you've got any questions, please do drop them down below, or any tips or anything like that, please do let me know. So thanks a lot for watching.